Karoline Leavitt never needed an on-set showdown to rock the view from the outside. One bold counterattack, laced with rumors of a lawsuit, has daytime TV's most outspoken hosts scrambling for damage control. But how did a 20-something conservative spokesperson become the biggest thorn in the View's side? And why are insiders hinting that sponsors are uneasy? ABC is in panic mode, and Joy Behar might have gone too far this time. Stick around, because we're about to break it all down and expose why this clash signals more than just another TV feud. Karoline Leavitt seemed to come out of nowhere. One day, she was a relatively low-profile conservative staffer. The next, she was landing roles that boosted her visibility in political media. Known for her direct approach, Karoline quickly gained a following of viewers hungry for fresh voices willing to challenge the mainstream press. Her opponents claim she's underqualified and too young. Her supporters hail her as a no-nonsense commentator who refuses to back down. But Karoline's real breakthrough happened when she started calling out what she views as media bias at the highest levels. She criticized large outlets for ignoring conservative women, framing them as token hires rather than skilled professionals. That stance earned her both admiration and attacks. Yet nothing compared to the whirlwind that hit once her name crossed the radar of The View. Little did the show's host realize their offhand remarks would spark a firestorm that refuses to die down. On a recent episode, Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg unleashed casual jabs, implying Karoline's political appointment hinged more on her looks than her skill.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here. Without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because
Whoopi suggested Karoline owed her platform to the very wokeness she claimed to oppose. Sonny Hostin chimed in, hinting at an alleged privilege that propelled Karoline into the spotlight. For a show that prides itself on championing women, these remarks struck a nerve. Overnight, social media lit up with accusations of hypocrisy. Detractors called it a glaring double standard. The View promotes female empowerment, unless that woman is a conservative. Fans of the show countered, saying it was just typical on-air banter, not a personal takedown. But once Karoline fired back, the story exploded far beyond casual chatter. Karoline wasted no time responding. She posted a scathing video calling out Joy, Whoopi, and Sonny by name. Her key argument: The View only supports women who fit its ideological mold. She pointed out that belittling a young woman's professional achievements by attributing them solely to her appearance was the very type of sexism the show claims to oppose. She also disputed Whoopi's wokeness comment, emphasizing her years of behind-the-scenes hard work in communications, experience she insists had nothing to do with special favors. Her tone was unapologetic, and millions of viewers were riveted. This wasn't some polite disagreement, but an open challenge to The View's credibility. Critics accused Karoline of exploiting the situation for clout, while her backers saw her as a heroic underdog finally exposing the media elite. Either way, the clash transformed her overnight into a high-profile figure who just might deliver a serious blow to daytime TV's self-styled guardians. With tensions running high, talk of a lawsuit began gaining momentum, threatening to push this feud well beyond the realm of social media. Soon after Karoline's rebuttal went viral, murmurs of potential legal action surfaced. Could she file a slander or defamation suit against the show, claiming professional harm? While no official paperwork has emerged, the buzz online was enough to alarm ABC executives. Legal entanglements mean more than negative headlines. They risk sponsor pullouts, public backlash, and months of damaging scrutiny. Behind the scenes, whispers suggested ABC brass held emergency discussions to figure out a response. If Karoline's team truly was considering legal channels, The View could be entering uncharted territory. Daytime talk shows thrive on hot topics, but rarely wade into courtroom drama. The mere threat of litigation hinted this wasn't just another fleeting kerfuffle. Meanwhile, fallout reached beyond ABC's boardrooms, raising new questions about brand integrity and sponsor loyalty. No daytime program wants its advertisers caught in a storm of controversy. As hashtag Cancel the View trended on social media, sponsors were rumored to be uneasy. Some reportedly demanded clarity on how the show would handle the uproar. After all, Few corporations want to be associated with a platform accused of undermining a young woman's credentials with superficial digs. Viewers chimed in too. Some found irony in the View's condemnation of sexist behavior, given Joy's remarks about Karoline's looks. Others argued that Karoline's stance on wokeness prompted Whoopi's comments, leading to a misunderstanding. Moderates questioned if the show's notoriously snarky format was now clashing with a digital age where backlash can erupt instantly. Through it all, Karoline stayed on the offense, fueling the conversation with pointed remarks about media bias. Her approach left The View in a tight spot. Doubling down might further inflame critics, but apologizing could alienate fans who enjoy the show's unfiltered banter. At this juncture, even some longtime supporters wondered if The View might face a hard reboot, or worse. For decades, The View has thrived on controversial commentary and spirited debates. Yet this situation feels different. The show stands accused of betraying its foundational message, uplifting women, all women, in public life. Pile on sponsor jitters and the possibility of legal trouble, and you get a recipe that threatens more than ratings. It threatens the show's entire brand. Industry insiders speculate on potential outcomes. Could Joy Behar face behind-the-scenes disciplinary measures for remarks deemed out of line? Would Whoopi Goldberg or Sunny Hostin be asked to clarify, soften, or apologize? Some fear that if sponsors pull back, ABC might consider rotating hosts or adjusting the show's tone to avoid future pitfalls. With so many eyes on this controversy, the real question is whether The View can pivot effectively, or if it's too late to undo the damage. This uproar also magnifies a larger cultural debate. Are mainstream networks truly ready to accommodate conservative women who don't conform to prevailing narratives? Critics claim The View's attack on Karoline reflects a broader media habit, tokenizing or trivializing right-leaning female voices rather than engaging with their arguments on merit. Supporters of the show refute that claim, insisting The View has every right to critique public figures and highlight perceived hypocrisy. Regardless, the clash hints at a shift. Young political firebrands like Karoline wield tremendous online influence. A single viral video can upend a carefully cultivated TV brand in days. Legacy platforms now face the reality that social media controversies don't just fade. They can escalate until corporate executives are forced to intervene. So how does all this resolve? Let's look at what might happen next and why it matters. At the heart of this drama lies a simple dilemma. Can The View maintain its claim as a champion of women's voices while seemingly belittling one woman's achievements based on her looks? Karoline Leavitt's story serves as a stark reminder that every public remark carries consequences. When talk shows cross personal lines, they risk backlash that no network spin can easily control. Whether ABC decides to issue a formal apology, shuffle the hosting lineup, or let this controversy blow over, the dust won't settle quietly. Karoline has captured the support of those who feel The View discriminates against perspectives it doesn't like. The show's fans, meanwhile, argue that Karoline's outrage is opportunistic and that The View's critique was fair game in the realm of public discourse. One thing's for sure, this feud underscores the evolving power dynamics between mainstream media giants and the rise of social media-savvy personalities. A single comment on daytime TV can morph into a public relations nightmare that demands immediate attention. And we're watching that unfold in real time. So, what do you think? Did The View cross a line they can't bounce back from? Or is Karoline milking the spotlight? Will ABC crack down on its hosts? Or does controversy still equal ratings gold? However it ends, the collision of these forces has given us a front-row seat to a modern media battleground, one where neither side seems ready to surrender. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because if history is any guide, this story's only heating up.